Good evening, and welcome to the Committee of 70's 120th anniversary event, America at a Crossroads. If we'd only known. My name's Eric Kraeutler. I'm privileged to be the chair of the board of the Committee of 70, and I want to begin by thanking Chris Wallace and Tamala Edwards. You're the best at what you do. You honor us with your presence, and we're looking forward to a lively discussion this evening as we all seek to process and put in perspective the election and the events that have followed. Thank you also to our many sponsors and supporters, including in particular our presenting sponsors, Brandywine Realty Trust and the Lau Longsworth Charitable Fund. And thank you, and a very personal thank you, to 70's fabulous board of directors. Approximately 70 members strong, a diverse group of civic leaders, including representatives from Philadelphia's leading business, professional, academic, cultural, and civic institutions. And of course, thank you to our president and CEO, Lauren Cristella, and our small but mighty staff. They worked their hearts out in the weeks leading up to the election, and then they turned on a dime to put this event together tonight. Deeply grateful to them. We appreciate all of you being here this evening, but I want to acknowledge in particular the members of City Council, the members of the region's congressional delegation, and the members of the state legislature who are joining us this evening. Thank you. This evening we celebrate 70's 120th birthday. In 1904, Philadelphia was the third largest city in the United States. City Hall was the tallest building in the world. The brand new Bellevue Stratford Hotel was recognized widely as the most luxurious hotel in America. Philadelphia was known as the workshop of the world because of its manufacturing dominance across a broad range of industries. And our city government and our civic culture also were known far and wide for corruption and complacency. In the words of the journalist Lincoln Steffens, the most corrupt and the most contented city in the nation. On November the 14th, 1904, a group of business and civic leaders met at the old Bourse Building. And they decided to do something about that corruption and complacency. And within days, the Committee of 70 was formed, taking its name from the Bible and the 70 elders appointed to help Moses in governing the people. During the last 120 years, the desire for better government and fair elections has turned into a movement. Our goals have never changed. Clean and effective government, informed citizens, free, fair, and secure elections. Throughout the 20th century and beyond, we have maintained cohesion and relevance, and never more so than in the 2020 election. We proudly worked with the Secretary of State, the Philadelphia City Commissioners, and thousands of everyday Philadelphians to share information, to promote transparency, to counter misinformation, and to ensure, to the extent we could, that every eligible vote was counted. We helped to recruit and train hundreds of poll workers. We partnered with over 200 business, labor, and nonprofit organizations to drive election turnout on a nonpartisan basis, and to encourage participation in the election process through our signature We Vote program. More than 80 schools in 27 Pennsylvania counties and 18,000 students participated in our PA Youth Mock Election. We worked to safeguard the integrity of our elections and to ensure a smooth voting experience and to celebrate the right to vote. At a time when citizens were seeking trusted voices and sources of information, our president, Lauren Cristella, and other members of our senior staff made over 100 local television appearances. From a nonpartisan standpoint, there were many positives about the 2024 election. Voters were engaged. Voter turnout was high. In Philadelphia, more than 65% of registered voters cast ballots. In Pennsylvania, it was more than 70%, substantially more than 70%. For the most part, poll workers and election workers were not subject to disruption or intimidation. And for the most part, disputes were resolved in the courts where they should be. In Philadelphia, the election workers exceeded all expectations, notwithstanding state election law that prohibited pre-canvassing of mail-in ballots before Election Day. Our election workers worked throughout the night and substantially completed their counting of mail-in ballots by early Wednesday morning. But from a nonpartisan perspective, the election also revealed persistent challenges to democracy. As a nation, we are deeply divided, and the structures of our politics, including in particular closed primaries, deepen those divisions. There is a profound lack of trust in America's institutions, including elected officials, political parties, the press, and traditional media. Many people believe that America's best days are behind us. Many are losing faith in democracy to solve our problems and to improve the lives of ordinary Americans. Some are indifferent as to whether we continue as a democracy. We are not among them. We believe that the best days for American democracy can be ahead. We will continue to seek legislative reforms that will improve our elections, open primaries, allowing earlier pre-canvassing of ballots, putting a stop to the rejection of ballots based on immaterial dating errors. We will continue to engage young people and invest in civics education. We believe the potential exists for a reinvigorated democracy, for a deeper and more continuous connection between elected officials and their constituents, and better government generally. For 120 years after that fateful meeting at the Bourse Building, the story goes on and the work continues. Thank you again for supporting the work of the Committee of 70. And with that, I'd like to introduce George Hasenich, my friend and fellow board member, the co-chair of 70's Policy Committee, and the Senior Vice President Investments of our presenting sponsor, Brandywine Realty Trust. Thank you.